Good afternoon, St. Catherine's. I hope that you're all having a wonderful Lenten season this year as we're just completing the second week of the fast. I just wanted to reach out because we're already in the second week, which has really caught me by surprise. Um, I wanted to advertise the book that we sent out to all of our parishioners, The Pilgrimage to Pascha. If you haven't yet picked up your book, please do so. We're already in the second week. And one of the reasons that we picked this book specifically is because there's a daily entry that helps us connect with the church, connect with God in our quiet times as we all journey together to Pascha. So please pick up your book if you haven't. We have a list of all the stewards that we're checking off along the way that are picking this up. And if you're not yet a steward, please fill out your pledge and turn it in so that you can also pick up a book and journey together with us to Pascha. So I just wanted to go over this real quick. Today is Thursday of the second week. And if you have the opportunity if you have the book in front of you and you have not yet opened it and begun, please begin with today. Don't start from Monday of the first week, but begin with today, which is Thursday of the second week. And then after Pascha, then you could go back and start with Monday through to today as well, if you would like to catch up. But if you think you're just going to catch up, it's usually becomes a bit more of a daunting task, and it doesn't often happen. So I wanted to just bring this before you guys, if you haven't yet seen it. There's usually only 3 pages for each reflection for each day. And as you see this, up here, you'll have the scripture reading. So Father Stephen has, last week was going through Genesis, which is one of the 3 lectionary readings throughout Lent. And so this week he's begun to go through the lectionary readings of Isaiah. So today it just happens to be Isaiah chapter 6. And then he writes a reflection on Isaiah chapter 6 too. I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil it for you. You should go out and get your book and read it on your own. But then in each entry as well, he has something called the font of wisdom, where he'll take a teaching or even a book from one of the church fathers, and he will talk about it and discuss it for a little while. This book specifically today that he's mentioning in the font of wisdom is Unseen Warfare, which was written by Lorenzo Scupoli. And then it was later translated by St. Nicodemus, and then translated again into Russian by Theophan the Recluse. And that's really where it became quite popular, was among the Russians. So he mentions this book as well. And if you have the chance to read it, it's a little bit intense. So if you're wanting something a little bit more intense than the Pilgrimage to Pascha, this is a good place to go to. At the bottom of this page, he has a hymn from Matins. Throughout this whole time, he will also reflect on a hymn, or he'll just quote a hymn from the Triodion, which could be from one of the canons from Compline, or Matins, or Vespers prayers as well. And then the last page on today's reflection, he does a life of the saint for each day. So if you're not quite familiar with the saints, this is also a great place to begin. It's just 4 paragraphs on the life of Saint Macrina. So that's pretty much how it sums up, and it concludes with a prayer. And so if you want to incorporate this in your own personal quiet times at home, just a way to really engage and be part of the church each day, whether you're able to make it here or aren't, that you're still able to connect with God and with the church, and as we all journey on this pilgrimage together to Pascha. So I think this is all I have, except I wanted to mention that I also am trying to go through this, so we're all doing this together, but whenever I can, I'm going to try to incorporate or highlight something from here in my own sermons, so that it will encourage us all to keep looking through this. But also, there's sometimes things that are really worth highlighting and expounding upon a little bit as well. So this is all I have for you. God bless you all. Good strength through this pilgrimage to Pascha. And if you haven't yet picked your copy up, we ask that you would please do so. God bless you all.